Okay, so which number system do you use in your daily life? You don't know? Have you heard about decimal number system? चलो कोई नहीं. Uh, these are the common number systems that are available. So first you can see a decimal number system. Decimal number system is used by us. Us means human. Okay. So this has become a base number system. So basically, the origin of number system comes with the need of counting. That when we have multiple, you can say, entities. So how do we count? Like suppose in a lab we have multiple computers. So how do we count? How we use the numbers. So the numbers came from that way, and from the numbers there is a representation mechanism. So that representation mechanism is known as the number system. So these are the common number system: decimal, binary, octal, and hexadecimal. So decimal number system is known as decimal. Okay, deci means 10 hota hai. So deci 10, deci is coming from the value of the base. So every number system is named on the basis of the base it uses, and base is nothing but the different symbols available in a particular number system. Like for decimal number system, we have 0 to 9. Total 10 different symbols are there. Binary, we are having two number systems, two symbols. Octal, we have 7 different symbols. On for hexadecimal, we have 16 different symbols. So from 0 to 9, we are using the same as the decimal number system. After that, we use the symbol A, B, C, D, E. A represents 10, B represents 11, C represents 12, D represents 13, E represents 14, and there is one more symbol, that is F. So F represents 15. So these are the 16 different symbols used in the hexadecimal. That is why it's known as the hexadecimal. Hexadecimal means 16. So this is why this is known as the hexadecimal. So in computers, we are using binary and hexadecimal. In our day-to-day life, we use decimal, as yes, computer understands decimal using the encoding. So when you write 10, so it will understand 10 based on the equivalent binary number system. Okay, A represents 10. Okay, so after 9, the same sequence will be followed. So A represents 10, B represents 11, C represents 12, D represents 13, E represents 14, and F represents 15. So this is normally, because after that we don't have any symbols in decimal. That's why we started using the alphabets from the English character. So F represents 15. We'll see over here also. Okay, so I will explain that why we are ending up in 9. Okay, so whenever you are taking the mod from the base, so the number you will be getting will be different symbols. Like suppose you take a number 255. Okay, so when you take a number 255, okay, so when you take a number 255, and divide it with, okay, so suppose my pen is not working. Take calculator. Or take any number. Suppose you are taking a number as 255. So take a number as 255 and mod with 16. And so you are getting 15. That means if you take, suppose now if you take 256 mod 16, then you will be getting 0. That means you cannot go beyond the base of that particular number. So this is why this is known as the base. So whenever this value exceeds, you will be taking some other digit. I will explain it later. So you cannot go beyond the base. Means the symbols will be 0 to n minus 1. So for any base, so it will be the range of the symbol will be 0 to base minus 1. So अगर base 10 है तो 0 to 9, base 16 है तो 0 to 15, something like this. Okay, now what is this base is all about? So base is nothing but, suppose if someone asks you that calculate this the water quantity inside the pound. So what you have given, you have provided a bucket. So, and there are variety of buckets, a very small bucket, a bigger bucket, a bigger bucket, something like this. So the counting principle simply says that take a bucket out of the pond and count it as 1, take another bucket, count it as 2, take another bucket, count it as 3, something like this. So this is the basic counting principle. Now suppose you take a big bucket, so the quantity will be smaller, this number of buckets will be smaller, and if you take a small bucket, the number of buckets will be larger. So this is why when you are taking a smaller base, then the number will be uh, will be having more digits as compared to when you are having a smaller bucket, then number of digits will be lesser. So you can see over there, like for zero representation, we have in binary 0, oct 0 and hex 0. For one's representation, we have 1 1 1. For two's representation, we have 1 0. The reason is that we don't have any symbol for 2. So what you do, we use one more bit. So whenever we use one more bit, okay, so one more thing, in any symbol in any base, 1 0 will represent what? बाइनरी में 2 रिप्रेजेंट करेगा, ठीक है, डेसिमल में 10 रिप्रेजेंट करेगा, ऑक्टल में 8 रिप्रेजेंट करेगा, दिस इज 10, और हेक्स में ये 16 रिप्रेजेंट करेगा. The reason is pretty simple. By observation, you can see that 1 0 will always represent the base, because the maximum value for one bit will be base minus 1, the symbols we are having. So whenever we add 1, we will be getting the base. So this value is representing the maximum value of base. Like अगर हम decimal की बात करें, so what do we have? We have 9. So 9 is the maximum represented symbol. Okay, so if 9 is your maximum value that can represent with one digit, okay, this is 9. So 1 0 will always represent the base. The reason is that this will be always base minus 1, and this is always base minus 1. So obviously this will be base, and in all number system this value will be 1 0. Like for 10 to 8 16, anything like that will be always represented like this only. So let me clear this thing. So these are the representation. Like for 7, we have already seen that how binary represents different symbols. So whenever your maximum capacity is reached, then you have to shift one more bit in your system. Like you can see in this, say after 7, so 7 is the maximum possible value in octal decimal system for one digit. So we have to shift with one digit. Now Talking about the place value, so in your childhood you have many times you have done it. Like suppose if this number is there, so calculate the base value. So you multiply 2 into 10 raised to power 2, 3 into something like this, and then calculate the sum to represent that particular number. So this is one example. This is your decimal. So in every number system, this decimal is present. This decimal actually represents that you are counting the number in. Okay, so this decimal basically represents that you are working with fractions or you are working with integers. So beyond this, if the quantity measured quantity is in integers, so this will increase. If it's fraction part, so fraction part will be represented by this symbol. Okay, and fraction will be always less than the one, right? So what is a place value? Place value simply represents that if we place 4 at this point, or if we place 4 at this point, what will be the difference between two? So the place value justifies 4 symbol. If we put over here at this point, at this point, at this point, the values will be different. So at this point it will be having different value, and this point it will be having different value, and that different value will be calculated with the help of the place values. Fine. So how do we calculate the number? We just multiply with the bases. So this is a generic representation. So what we do, we take it. So how this base values place value is calculated? So this is simply base raised to the power. So suppose if you are talking about the decimal base, so this will be 10 raised to the power 0, this will be 10 raised to the power 1, this will be 10 raised to the power 2, and this will be, and so on. And after decimal, it will be 10 raised to the power minus 1, 10 raised to the power minus 2, 10 raised to the power minus 3, something like this. Something like this. So this will be representation for that, you can say a number. So a generic formula for any base to calculate the value of the number is just this given below. So it will be, suppose you are taking d3, so d3 into base raised to the power 3, d2 into base raised to the power 2, d1 into base raised to the power 1, and d0 into base raised to the power 0. Then there will be a decimal. Then d minus 1 into b raised to the power minus 1, d2 b raised to the power minus 2, d3 b raised to the power minus 3, and d4 b raised to the power minus 4. Something like this will be represent a number. So now coming to the applications of this. So how do we convert the binary number to a decimal number? Fine. So the previous formula will be used. So if the number is given as 101011, so always remember that whenever someone is asking for a number on a different base, so there must be mentioned about the base. If there is no base, treat it as decimal only until unless the base is mentioned like this, or in some textual way it is like that a number is given in the binary 101011, something like this. Only then consider it binary. Otherwise, it will be a decimal number. Okay. So this is a binary number because base is mentioned over here. So what you have to do, you have to calculate, you have to convert this number into binary. So what you have to do, you simply use the previous formula. So first you have to calculate the place value of each symbol. So the place value will be 2 raised to the power 0. So it will be 2 raised to the power 0, 2 raised to the power 1, 2 raised to the power 2, 2 raised to the power 3, 2 raised to the power 4, 2 raised to the power 5, something like this. So these are the place values calculated. Now after calculating the place value, what we have to do, we have to simply multiply with the place value. Fine. So in this particular binary number system, you have only two options: either there is 0 or 1. So when there is 0, what you have to do, the product will be 0. When there is 1, the power 2 raised to the power will be directly used. So now let's see how this will happen. 1 into 2 raised to the power 0 will be 1. 1 into 2 raised to the power 1 will be 2. 1 into 2 raised to the power 0 into 2 raised to the power 2 will be 0. 1 into 2 raised to the power 3 is 8. 0 into 2 raised to power 4 is 0, and 1 into 2 raised to power 5 is 32. Sum all them. So 43 is the decimal equivalent of the binary number provided as 10101. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. So let's move ahead for octal to decimal conversion. So octal to decimal conversion, the same thing will be followed. Only change is there that the base will be converted to base will be used as 8, and the symbols will be ranging from 0 to 7. Fine. So in this particular example, there will be like more computation, because the symbol will be ranging from 0 to 7 and 8 is there, so multiplication will be there. So suppose 724, you need to convert 724 into decimal. So what you will do, you just multiply to the base raised to the power of, or you can say multiply the place value. Pick a symbol, multiply with the place value, calculate it, and take the sum. So 4 into 8 raised to the power 0 will be 4. 2 into 8 raised to the power 1 is 16, and 7 into 8 raised to the power 2 is 448. So when you are summing up all them, then it will become 468. Okay, so similarly, we do have the hexadecimal to decimal conversion. So in hexadecimal to decimal conversion, we have already studied that this represents 10, this represents 11, and this represents 12. This represents 12. So now same thing will be followed. This will be 16 raised to the power 0. This will be 16 raised to the power 1. And last one is 16 raised to the power 2. So it will be c into 16 raised to the power 0. So that will become nothing but 12 into 1. So 12. Then we have b into 16 raised to the power 1. It will become 176. Then a into 16 raised to the power 2. So it will become 2560. Summing up will lead to the answer as 2748. Fine. So this is binary to decimal conversion. Now solve a simple question. 10113. Okay. Convert it into decimal. Leave it. Decimal by assuming first it first as base 2, then base 3, then sorry, not base 3, base 8, and base 16. Same number is there. Assume that first the number is given as in decimal, then in base 8, and then in base 16. Harshit, yes, it will be 11 now. Okay. Now take the same number and convert it into using base 8. Okay, again there is a difference. Okay. And okay, so you have done your part. Let me do it for others also. So I have taken the number as 1011. Now I will just change the base. Okay, now just see I am doing it because there is a difference between your answers. Okay. So it will be now suppose I am taking it binary. Binary में से सबका आंसर सही आया था, but let me just revise कि if someone is not able to understand. So 2 raised power 0, 1, 2 and 3. Fine. Yes, Ishan, you are correct. Okay, so it will be what? It will be 1. I'm just writing up the sum. 1 into 2 will be 2, and this will be 0, and the last one is 8. So 8 plus 2 plus 1 will be 11. So in decimal it will be 11 if you are using the binary or base 2. Fine, first one is correct approximately to everyone. Now taking the same with base 8. So when we are taking it as a base 8 number, so it will be the same thing will be there, like 8 raised to the power 0, 8 raised to the power 1, 8 raised to the power 2, and 8 raised to the power 3. So it will be what? It will be 8 plus, oh sorry, it will be 1, not 8. 8 raised to the power 0. No? So it will be 1 plus 8 plus this will be 0, and the last one will be 8 cube. So 8 cube will be 64 into 8. So it will be 2, 5, 1, 2. So it will be 521. Fine. So everyone is getting 521. Yes. So good. Now last is with 16. So with 16 it's coming out to be, it will be 1 plus 16 plus 4096. So the sum will be 3, 4103, 4113. Okay, 617 13. Okay, yes, 4113. Because this is the very basic thing, number system. So not a number system, this is the interconversion between a different number system to decimal. This is easy. Now coming to how do we convert decimal to binary. So this you are already know. So actually what we are doing, so taking decimal as a standard, what we are trying to do, we are counting the same thing into different bases. So I have already told you that what is this thing. This is nothing but the taking a bucket out of a pound. So it is nothing but a division operation. So decimal is treated as a standard quantity, like you will say that there are 1000 liter of water. 1000 liter of water and 1000 will be decimal only. So Now if you have to change the base, then you have to subdivide it with some other base. So this is a division only. Like if you are taking, if you have 10 liters of water bottle and you are taking it from the two buckets, then you are nothing but you are dividing and counting how many buckets are there. So the division operation will be there for this interconversion. So simply divide it by 2, take the remainder, write the remainder on the left hand side, and the quotient at this point. So in this way you will see that why we are using a symbols less than the particular base, only because we are always taking the remainder only. So whenever we are dividing 2, the remainder cannot be greater than 2. That's why we have 0 and 1 only as a remainder. So 2 divided by 2, when we divide 125 by 2, so 62 into 2 is 124, so 1 will be the remainder. Similarly, 31 into 2 is 62, so remainder will be 0. Then 15 into 2 will be 30, remainder will be 1. Then 3 into 2 is 6, remainder is 1. Then 2 into 1 is 2, remainder is 1. And then 2 into 1 is 2, so there is no quotient remaining and 0. And remember one thing, that whenever you are writing the answer, this will be the answer, but this will be the most significant bit and this will be the least significant bit. So order of writing will be 1 1 1 1 1 0 1. That means your answer should be 1 1 1 1 1 1 0 1. Okay, this is the basic mistake you can make while converting a number from decimal to binary. So always remember that the last remainder will be the MSB and the first remainder will be the LSB. So in the similar way, okay. So in the similar way, you can convert any decimal number to other bases. Like suppose if someone asks like convert from decimal to octal, then you simply divide by 8. If you say, if someone asks that convert it from binary to decimal, decimal to hexadecimal, then divided by 16. So divided by the base only. Now we see how we can convert a number from octal to binary. Fine. So octal to binary conversion is basically kind of remembering all the symbol representation or all the octal symbol representation into binary. So you are already aware that 0 is represented by 000, 1 is represented by 001, 2 is represented by 01, 3 is represented by 011, and so on. So simply what you have to do, you have to replace each symbol with 3 bits number. And why 3 bits number? Because we require at most 3 bits to represent any number that is used, any symbol that is used in octal number system. Fine. So 5 will be represented as 101, 0 will be represented as 000, and 7 will be represented as 111. So you can simply see that whenever you are converting octal to a decimal, the string length will be multiplied by 3. Until unless this is all zeros, like if suppose it's 1, it's 0 0. So by default the standard it will be 3 times multiplied. Yes, you can remove if there is 0 by the, you just simply replace it. So normally the string will be multiplied by 3 times. Length of the string will become 3 times. Now hexadecimal to binary, the same thing will be there. Only thing that is different, you will require 4 different symbols, because 15 will be represented by 111. Okay, so that means after 7 we need 4 different symbol, 4 different bits to represent a particular symbol. So 14 will be 1110, and similarly 13 will be 1101, and 12 will be 1100, 11 will be 1011, and 10 will be 1010. Those who think that how I am writing this, I am just subtracting 1 from each binary number. So I'm getting this number. So this represents F, this represents E, this represents D, this represents C, this represents P, and this represents A. So if the your number is 10AF, so F will be replaced by how much? 1111. A will be replaced by 1010. 0 will be replaced by 0000, and 1 will be replaced by 0001. So yes, the string will be become 4 times, but in this particular scenario we can remove the significant bit. So string length will become like 4 to 4 times the original length to 3 times the original length plus 1. ये रेंज होगी इसकी, मतलब ये 3 बिट्स तो सिग्निफिकेंट होंगे होंगे और एटलीस्ट 1 बिट आपकी प्रेजेंट होगी. Okay, this I have already told you that how you convert any number from decimal to octal. So what you need to do, simply divide it by 8, and in this particular scenario again this will be the LSB and this will be the MSB, so the answer will be 2322. Now coming to decimal to hexadecimal, so you just need to take the division by 16, and again this will be the MSB and this will be the LSB, and remember that whenever you are getting any number greater than 9, so replace it by the symbol like A, B, C, D, E, F. Do not write the direct value because it will lead to a wrong answer. Okay, so now coming to binary to octal conversion. So binary to octal conversion, we have seen that each by octal symbol, when we are converting from octal to binary, is converted into 3 binary bits. We have already seen this thing, that each octal bit is converted with the 3 binary bits. So the same funda will be used at this point. So what we'll do, we just take the number and group it in the triads. Triads means 3 का combination लेकर के we just keep them into triads only and write down the equivalent symbol in decimal. Okay, and always remember that you have to take the values, take the pair or take the triads from left to right only. So this will be what you can say, 111 will be 7, 010 will be 2, 011 will be 3, and 1 will be replaced by 1. So the octal equivalent of this binary number is 1327. Similarly, the hexadecimal equivalent. So in this particular, you have to take the 4 quarts and convert it into the equivalent decimal, and then write the equivalent symbol. Decimal में तो पहले convert करना पड़ेगा because 1011. If you are aware, you can simply write it as B, and this will be 2 only. Okay, till this point it is clear. Okay, so coming to just one more example, that how you can convert octal number to hexadecimal number and vice versa. So दो तरीके पॉसिबल है इस चीज को करने के. पहला क्या है, सपोज इफ यू वांट टू कन्वर्ट octal to hex. If you want to convert octal to hex, what you can do first, you just convert octal to decimal and then decimal to hex. This is one way. Like first convert the number from octal to decimal and then decimal to hex. This is one way. Okay. Other way will be use binary. So what will be the benefit of using binary? I will just show you that it will require less computations or less calculations. Only this thing is there. Like suppose if you have a binary octal number, this we can follow. First octal to convert it binary and binary to hex. Similarly, इसका arrow का direction change भी कर सकते हैं कि अगर हमें hex से octal create करना है, just convert hex number to binary, then binary to octal. So I'm just explaining you one example how octal can be converted into hex. So suppose you take a number in hex as not 7, चलो ठीक है, 7 to 1. Now we have to find out the hex equivalent of this number. So this is in octal. This is octal, and we have to convert it into hex number. So now simply write the decimal binary equivalent of this. So let me write it's 7 to 1, 7 to 1. So the binary equivalent of 1 will be 001. Binary equivalent of 2 is 010. And this is what? This is 7. So 7 will be represented as 1. Now, if you want this number to become hexadecimal, then what you do, you just take the quads. This is what we have learned, that how do you convert a binary number to hex. You just take a quad. So now just take the quads, this and this. So the answer will be this will be 1 only, this will be 1 1 and 1. So this will become your 13. So 13 will be represented by D, and one will be represented by 1 only. So this the answer will be 1D1. Okay. So is it clear to everyone? In the reverse way, if you want to convert hex to binary, then just write decimal equivalent, binary equivalent of hex, and then take 3333's combination and write the decimal equivalent. Clear? So now let me tell you some shortcut tricks to convert a binary number to decimal number. Fine. So I have named it first one as the additive method and other second one as the subtractive method. I don't know if it's available in the text with this name or some other name, or is it available or not. But yes, people use it in different way, and I am also use it, and you will find it very efficient, and you don't need to write any copy pen for conversion the numbers. Okay. So suppose you have a number 1 0 0 1 0 0 1. Okay. So only thing you have to remember is two powers, like a 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 24. This thing you have to remember, and I think you have already remembered as I told you. So now let's see what additive method is. Additive method will simply do just pick where there is a 1, find the place value and sum it, and you have to do it in your mind only. So if you are not able to do it in your mind, you just write it. So you are already aware, I'm just writing it once. This will be 2 raised to the power 0, this will be 2 raised to the power 1, this will be 2 raised to the power 2. Or make it easy now, do not write 2 raised to the power, just write it as, if you can, 0 1 2, This is nothing but a 2 raised to the power 3, 4, 5, 6, and suppose if I am taking a 8-bit number, so it will be 0. Suppose it's 0. Right? So it's 7. So now what you have to do is just have to find out where there is a 1. Just add it. Add it what? 2 raised to the power that. So it will be nothing but 2 raised to the power 6. So you are already aware what 2 raised to the power 6 is. 64. Okay, this is 64. This is 8, and this is what? 1. So what it will become? 373. So when you are efficient enough, you don't even need to write this thing. You can calculate it inside your mind. Let's take one more example. Suppose your number is 1 0 0 0 0 1 0. Now you have to find out the decimal equivalent. So what you do, you are already aware this is 2 raised to the power 7. 2 raised to the power 7 is 128, and this is 2, that is sum will be 130. So this will be the decimal equivalent of 10000010 will be 130. Fine. Now when we will use the additive method, you just check the string. If number of ones is less than number of zeros. Fine. बहुत अच्छी कंडीशन क्या होगी कि सिर्फ कुछ स्पार्स 2-4 वन हो गई, तो तब तो बहुत आसानी से हो जाएगा. बट यू कैन यूज द एडिटिव मेथड whenever their number of zeros are greater than the number of ones. Now second method will applicable on the other condition. Other condition is what? When number of ones are greater than 0. So in that scenario, your subtractive method will work. So I have named it as subtractive method. So subtractive method is something like this. So again, you have to remember something. So subtractive method is something like this. When you have number of zeros are high, or you can number of zeros are low, or you can say the string mostly contains 1. Like suppose if I take a number 1 1 1 1 1, then there is 1 0, then 1 1 0, something like this. If this is like the situation, your additive method will require 1 2 3 4 5 6 additions, as in contrast with the subtractive method will require only 2 subtraction. Now let's see how this will done. So you should remember that this value 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8, this value is 255. Fine. So this value is 255 because we are taking the 8-bit number. So simply if there is all ones, then suppose for 3-bit number the value will be what? 2 raised to the power 3 minus 1. 2 raised to the power 3 minus 1. That is 7. Fine. So you can count any value. अगर suppose n-bit का number है, just 2 raised to the power n minus 1. So now let's see the subtractive method. So assume that if there were all ones, अगर यहाँ पे सारे ones होते, then what should be its value? 255. Okay. Now what are the values that is missing? Missing is 1 and 2 is power 0, 2 is power 0, 1, 2, 3, 8. So if you simply subtract 9 from this, you will get the correct uh, decimal equivalent of this number, that is 256. Fine. So is it clear to everyone? Is it easy? Is it understandable? Hmm. So when you practice it, you don't need to use pen paper. You just see the number and provide the binary equivalent. If the length is very large, then you have to like at some point दो चार addition लिख करके you can do that. Fine. So just try to convert one number using the subtractive method. Do not use pen. Now convert it into decimal. So it will be 255 minus 32 plus 840. 250. Okay. So if you are using this, keeping in practice, you don't need to use paper pen for finding the answer. So yes, apart from this, we have different bases. So these bases are not in our subject, but in quantitative examinations, you can have questions about any base, like base 3 number, base 5 number, base 7 number. Just any base is possible. You just follow the same principles, and you can do any calculation with that. Okay. So I'm concluding today's lecture because time is over.